2-man queue. We're on the play. Ooh, this hand. Ooh, this is very tempting. I think. Yeah, it's pretty land light, especially for being on the play, but we have 2 removal spells that we can play, and 2 more that we can play off of a 3rd land, because I want to get a plains with this, and then if it's not an aggro deck, hopefully we can gain up some lost ground by sticking in the Hiri as soon as we hit 4, so I'm comfortable keeping this. I'm going to lead with Smoldering Marsh so that we have Fiery Impulse up as soon as possible. Oh. Whoa, okay. Pretty sure we just want to kill this. Yeah, with a handful of removal, we just want to trade 1 for 1. Don't really want to give them the option of dispelling it or whatever. I have no idea what this deck is, but I imagine that Dispel isn't too far off from being a consideration for it. Okay, he will have some sort of instant speed 2-drop. Maybe Rattle Chains. Okay, feeling good about this. Got rewarded for keeping that 2-lander. The mana, I didn't mention this in the deck tech, but the mana in this deck is something to be desired. The mana in the Grixis deck that I based this off of was already pretty shaky. And then the mana got a little bit worse because I had to play more, come into play tapped lands, since there's no red-white. Let's see, he's gotta play like Clash of Wills or something, so I think just not throwing out Nahiri is fine. I'm not really under any pressure. I might want to try to sequence some things in a way that entices him to try to fight over something during his main phase. Oh, he's just jamming a Whirler Rogue. Okay, I think that's fine. We have Radiant Flames to clean it up, but I think I'm going to grasp it just so that I have a window to drop Nahiri now. And then we might get even more with the Radiant Flames afterwards. So, discarding the 5th land here seems risky, but I think just we want to draw cards. There we go. For sure playing this, since we want the option of casting Dark Dwellers next turn. Although odds are we're probably just going to Radiant Flames. If he doesn't follow anything up here and just passes, then I'd be comfortable just pumping Nahiri over and over. Okay, so Nahiri's going back down to 4. Her first ability giving her +2 is so amazing. Like, I just can't sing the praises of this Planeswalker enough. Okay, let's see. He's got 4 cards in his hand. I think. This is interesting. He for sure has a counter of some sort. There's no way that a deck like his doesn't have one by this point. Let's see. If I minus Nahiri, then an instant speed 2-drop would take her down. I think I just want to keep plussing her. The only question is, do I want to discard this Fiery Impulse? I don't think I do. I think I'm fine just plussing her and not drawing a card here. Oh, I don't know. There's just so much value to be gained. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the Fiery Impulse. That might be wrong. I would have to look at how this game unfolds from here. But I feel like I can't bank on this Radiant Flames resolving, and want to keep up extra spot removal to try to keep this Nahiri alive. Oh, he's forcing something through. A Sky Spawner. Okay. Let's see. I think... See, it's situations like this where I wish this was Kozilek's return. Do I want to... I don't think he would negate a Fiery Impulse on the Sky Spawner here. But... yeah, I'm not... We're just gonna say go, because I'm gonna cast Radiant Flames here. If it gets countered, I can still cast Fiery Impulse on the Sky Spawner. Yeah. Not banking. Oh wow, that resolved. That surprises me. Okay. Again, not going to discard anything because he has so many instant speed threats. I guess I could have discarded this Read the Bones. I'm not really banking on this Dark Dweller's resolving though, so... Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. That can take care of his Foundry. All the councils. Okay, now that I drew the Kolaghan's Command, I'm comfortable discarding this Fiery Impulse. Oh, another Nahiri. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure he's just going to pop the Foundry this turn. I should have thought this a little bit further ahead. I kind of wish I'd discarded the Read the Bones now. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to trade the Kolaghan's Command for his Foundry here, and then, like, ultimating Nahiri is pretty threatening. Very surprised if he does not pop the Foundry here. Okay. That makes sense. That resolves. In response, we'll discard a card, and we will kill that. Holding up Grasp mana, just to represent. Pretty sure this is going to get countered. Oh wow. Got a horribly awry. Okay, well... I'm glad that's not countering Kalidas. Let's see. I'm surprised he didn't pop his Foundry there. Oh, he's just conceding to the Nahiri. If he was dead to the Nahiri, I feel like he would have wanted to pop the Foundry. Okay. Well, Kolaghan Command seems good. It kills all of his threats. Ruin his path. I mean, he might be playing Jace, and then a flipped Jace might be hard to deal with, but I feel like with all of our spot removal, we should be fine. Duress seems good. Force through our threats, or our key spells. Maybe get one more Radiant Flames in here. I don't like too many Radiant Flames. I don't know how many... He didn't counter anything that game. But I feel like I need a sideboard against counters. So... Ever After is kind of clunky. So we can shave that here. I don't think we need to worry about brute power with Ever After. Seems like his deck is kind of a glass cannon, so as long as we can answer his threats, we should be okay. This hand is very good. I think we're going to lead with Smoldering Marsh again. Gives us the Duress or Fiery Impulse option. Ooh, maybe he'll play two more next turn and then we'll be in some trouble. Alright, again, this is one of those hands that I was talking about where the mana is just not really that good. If we draw an untapped land here, I might lead with Duress instead of Fiery Impulse, because then I can just turn into Flames. Well, he didn't play anything this turn, but he could go Rattle Chains. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna hold up Fiery Impulse here. Just because I want to minimize the damage that we take while we're getting our clunky lands. Okay, so he's stuck on 2. Alright, we're definitely going to cast the Duress this turn. I think we want this to get our second red source. This is probably going to get negated. Double Clash of Wills, Drowner of Hope, Ruination Guide. Okay, so double Clash of Wills. Okay. And we don't need double red yet. So we are just going to play the Shadow Event. Hold up, that's... might have been worth getting the double red, because next turn if we want a Radiant Flames... Okay, so he's going to drop Sky Spawner here, we're going to get him with the Radiant Flames. Well, he might drop Guy. There's no reason for him to drop Guy before Sky Spawner. Oh wow, I was not expecting that line. Okay. So he's holding up Clash. He doesn't have any instant speed threats, so I think I should have cast the Read the Bones before the Evolving Wilds. That was a mistake. Make him overvalue the Read the Bones. We want him to counter the Read the Bones, so that Nahiri will resolve. So I should have sequenced that differently. Gotta slow down. Okay, I don't know if we want this land. Let's see. I think I'm okay keeping the Read the Bones, just because if he's going to continue to do nothing, we want something proactive to do. So I think I'm okay keeping both of these, because continuing to play lands and continuing to do proactive things are both on my list of things to do. But yeah, if he's just gonna try to not tap out ever, then we just want to keep making our land drops. Really hoping to get some value off of this Radiant Flames, but he is being incredibly patient. Let's see, 1, 2... We have 8 cards in our hand. Okay, if he says go again, then I think we're just gonna throw a removal spell at this Miscreant so that we can make this Read the Bones useful. Yeah, this 1/1 flyer is just not at all threatening. Okay, here is the Sky Spawner. Alright, so we're gonna pull the trigger on Radiant Flames this turn. And he can clash it for 1. So here is our Radiant Flames. If you would like to clash it, you may. Did he draw negate? He drew negate. No. Okay. So I think. Let's let's see. We can Fiery Impulse this now, or Grasp it now, and then leave up Fiery Impulse. I like that. And then if he taps out for Whirler Rogue, we can hit the Whirler Rogue and then Nahiri plus. Okay, that's our line. Nahiri plus with Grasp of Darkness open. And he'll have 3 power in play. He does still have Clash of Wills in his hand, but he can't cast it if he taps out for Whirler Rogue. So we got rid of the Clash. He still has Drowner in his hand. Eventually he's going to get to that. Okay, there's the Whirler Rogue. Gonna be at 11. He might just start hitting me, like, these Fairy Miscreant hits are just eventually adding up. So I could have played the Battlefield Forge before the Radiant Flames, but I kind of wanted him to consider throwing his Clash at it. Okay, so we're going to play Nahiri. Plus Nahiri. Discarding 6. I don't think we want any more lands. Yeah. Okay, that's a very good card to draw. Again, one of these situations where I wish Radiant Flames was Kozilek's Return. Maybe we just want both in the board. Like, for matchups like this, Radiant Flames is significantly worse. Okay, here comes Drowner, or Ruination Guide. Oh, he's gonna hit Nahiri for a bunch. Okay. He has Drowner and 1 mystery card in his hand. So we're going to grasp the Ruination Guide just to, you know, grasping anything else feels silly here. Let's see if he fights over this. This looks like a counterspell. Okay, so Nahiri's going to go to 1. Oh, he didn't use the Clash in his hand. I knew that he had that in his hand. Okay. Yeah, he used Negate, so he drew an extra card. Okay, so he has... Oh, he hit me instead of Nahiri. Okay, so we just need to start going after his permanents here. We don't have a Transgress in here, unfortunately. Let's see. If we play Dark Dwellers and then plus Nahiri, we need to figure out. We took out our Ruinous Path, so we don't have a clean answer to Drowner of Hope. That's awkward. Do we need a plus Nahiri to just try to... Ooh, I think that's going to be our plan. Okay, so we're going to plus Nahiri. Threaten the ultimate. That's not a bad card. Okay. We are going to... Fiery. Oh, we're going to Kozilek's Return and wipe his board. Nope. Okay. So he can put us to 3 here, which would be very bad. That would require him to sacrifice a spawn token. He might get us this game. I'm very impressed that I did not think we were gonna be this close to losing this game. Okay, so they're all coming. Oh, 2 of them are going at Nahiri, 1's coming at me. Or is 1 going at Nahiri and 2 are coming at me? 2 are going at Nahiri, okay. Let's see, and then 1's going at me. So I'm gonna be at 5. there's the transgress. Ah, the daggers are real. So let's see, we can play Goblin Dark Dwellers. Nope, we're just dead. Yeah, we don't even have... No, if we draw Kalitas, we can live, so we need a plus. That's not a Kalitas. Alright, we're done. I guess we could have lived if we activated Shambling Vents. But even that just feels bad. Okay, so he has Drowner of Hope. That's something to be aware of in our sideboarding decisions. Okay, so he doesn't have any Planeswalkers, so I think Kolaghan is just... I mean, we want one. No, getting here, getting either of our other guys is fine. Okay, let's see. Okay, we might want the Last Duress. And we need some way to answer Drowner of Hope. And Radiant Flames felt really good there. If we had a second Radiant Flames that game, we would have been fine. Okay, so ultimate price is mediocre because his guys all have Devoid. So let's try this. Or maybe... Good is Transgress. It hits Drowner. It doesn't hit any of his counter spells, so I think we can shave one. And I want a Chandra in here to just clean up all of his little donkeys. Maybe we want both Chandras. Yeah. And we want the Kalitas, because we could have put our removal to use if we had a Kalitas of some sort. Okay, I'm comfortable shaving one more Transgress. Our deck is much slower now, but, I mean, he doesn't put a fast clock on us, so I think having our flexible spells is more important here. So we'll try this, even though this looks awkward on paper. Cut all of our 2-drops. Okay, not gonna mulligan this hand. If we don't draw on land, it can be awkward, but we have all 3 of our colors. We have one spell that can help us live if we stumble on land. Alright. Not playing particularly fast, but that is fine. I think we're just gonna keep getting hit by this Miscreant for now. I wanna save Fiery Impulse for a 2-power flyer. He's not playing Dimensional Infiltrator from what we've seen so far. That's not a land. Okay, this might be awkward. So he's not playing Dimensional Infiltrator, which seems like a good fit in his deck because it's colorless for Ruination Guide. But... at this so we don't have to discard next turn. It's not a spirit, so Rattle Chains doesn't... Okay, there we go. Feeling very good, sitting pretty with these 2 Kolaghan's commands. Can kill Whirler Rogues and stuff. Silumgar Sorcerer. Okay, we're just gonna kill this while he's tapped out. Yeah, we just want to kill everything that he plays at the moment until we can draw our 4th land. Okay, we got a Ruination Guide, that's sweet. Let's see if he taps out for Whirler Rogue here. Oh, we've got a Sky Spawner though. Let's see. Swamp? That's not a swamp. Okay, same thing. We're just gonna resolve our spells while he's tapped out. I think resolving our removal spells right now are more important than our threats because we have so many threats and not a lot of removal spells. And we really just need to live until we can cast our threats, so we want to cast them while he's tapped out instead of trying to bait. If we had a fourth land, then I would maybe be more inclined to try to bait him using the gold opportunities, but for now we're just trying to live. Okay. As I go. Let's see what he's got. He's got, he might be playing a Drowner this turn. Let's see, is it worth it to kill this to keep him off of Drowner? I don't think so, because we can just draw a Black Source and Ruinous Path in. How many untapped Black Sources do we have? We have Smoldering Marsh, unfortunately, does not come in untapped. Foreboding Ruins wouldn't either, so we literally just have 4 untapped Black Sources. And that's not a lot, so maybe it is worth trying to Fiery Impulse this just to keep him off of Drowner. Because Drowner is a huge clock for us right now. I think, yeah. With so many powerful cards in our hand at the moment, I think we just need to prioritize not being in a worst possible... Okay, that's fine. He's not casting Drowner this turn either way. Yeah, just trying to not keep him from doing the most powerful thing that he can for the time being is our priority. Let's draw a swamp, or even any fourth land. This would keep him off of Drowner, but if he taps out for Drowner, I think I'm okay casting Radiant Flames to kill the 3 Scions. So, not gonna pull the trigger on this just yet, because he might just have Island to cast Drowner anyway, and we're gonna feel stupid. So we're just sitting pretty. The mana in this deck is definitely something to be desired, as I've said many times before. Case in point. Exhibit A. This is why I don't like playing so many Kalidases. Well, at least he's not pressuring us. He's just got beats, which was enough last game. Alright, we just need to play Nahiri. This is for sure gonna get countered, but we just want to get a counter out of his hand. It was not Confirmed Suspicions, which would have been the absolute worst. Okay, this looks like a Drowner. There it is. So now we get to kill his 3 Scion tokens. Or draw a swamp. That was actually a very good draw, because now we can kill the Drowner if he attacks with it and doesn't have a counter spell. Oh, and that the Plains means that we can draw a Smoldering Marsh. Okay, so we're going to be at 8 facing down a Sky Spawner, assuming this here resolves. We're just dead if he has a counter for it, which is very possible. Ooh. Okay, so if he has a Clash of Wills as his counter, playing Ruinous Path does not play around that. So we just need to play the Nahiri. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, we're just dead to a counter spell here. Alright. We didn't get there. That's a little frustrating because this game felt very... Game 2 felt very unlosable. Well, Okay, so what did we learn from this? Maybe... Well, we lost to Drowner of Hope after taking out our Transgress the Minds. But, I mean, we had a window to cast Ruinous Path against his Drowner, we just didn't have the mana for it. So our mana made us lose that game. I think taking out the Ultimate Prices was fine. I liked sideboarding in the Chandras. I'm glad we didn't bring in too many more Radiant Flames. We only brought in the 2 instead of the full 3. Although this is one of those situations where Kozilek's return would have been way better, both for the Dark Dweller's flashback and for it being instant to beat him at his own game. Yeah, not sure what to make of it, but alright, we'll see you for the next game.